that is true. Oh, remember that you buy this book much. I then met in Yagi, you don't want because of your money got home. Oh, yeah, I know now one. But I know now one, like I support you won't want, you maybe don't want. About, I should probably don't want. And what you're catching. And then the end, but you're comment. Then she got him one. So, when you're there, no, but I can't. You can find. You all up. What you look at. I'm not inside to grab like we get the presence of that. Outside now, we know job and the book. When you're all up, now not one violent. When you never violent, I know you was recovered or you're in so I can in the morning. You were she check. Now what do you? I you know what they say. You do go for a job. You can go in your thing. I could be there. I put them for them upward. I got here now. You can you got it. But then when I'm what the night you should not buy. But I do that. So one man, I know what I want to do woman. When I bring to much, what I know what I want to do. What do I use to do? Shop, movement, for activity. So then, seven sets of Biafra. I got support you. Even one, over, you may over away, because you grab what it is. There is a Biafra. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ndewo ikwutile ya ijiri anya a na-eji ahụ ya n'omenala na-agwa ndị Igbo na ọwa arụ Igbo mmadụ. Onye egbuo mmadụ, ezinụlọ ya ọ ga-abịakwute ya. Ezinụlọ onye ahụ anaghị aga n'ihu na ndụdụga ndụ niile ọ ga na-eru anata ụgwọ ọrụ ya. Onye egbuo mmadụ ọ gaghị arahụ ụra. Onye gbuo mmadụ ihe ọ bụla o metụrụ ọ na ya n'isi na ụmụ ya na ụmụ ya ọ bụ elu ụwa elokwute dịka gwa na nwoke bụ Chief Master Obi agụsiri kwuo ọ bụ elu ụwa elokwute. Ị na-ewepụ ndụ mmadụ ibe gị ọ gị kere ya. Ị na-ewepụ ndụ mmadụ ibe gị ọ nọchina gị ụzọ. Ị na-ewepụ ndụ mmadụ ibe gị gịnị ka o ji emegbu gị asị emere nne ọ bụ isi ogu. Gịnị ka mmadụ ibe gị mere gị iji sigbuo ya. Onye nọrọ ebe ọ nọ ọ na-asị a ga-egbu mana ihe ọnwụ bịa ha tikapụ ọsọ gbalaga. Ndụ ọ na-atọ gị ụtọ? Ebe ndụ na-atọ gị ụtọ, kedu ihe iji ọsọ eme ma ndị iro bịa? Ịkara iguzoro ji ndụ gị jisi gị kwụrụ ọnwụ. Kedu ihe ị na-agba ọsọ ma ndị na-egbu mmadụ bịa? Ofu onye egburu mmadụ akpụrụ ya gaa n'ụlọ ikpe. Ọsọ jọji na-ekpe ikpe si biko na ndị polisi na-achọ igbu ya ebe ọ nọ na sel. Jọji sị ha na-achọ igbu gị. Ịmụ ihe ejiri bịa ebe a maka na igburu mmadụ. So ndụ na-atọ gị ụtọ, ndụ na-atọ gị ụtọ na ha na-eche igbu gị, mana igbu onye mmadụ ibe gị ịpụta gị si iwe assassin, iwe onye nke iwe androba, iwe onye court, iwe everything. Gidere mmadụ ibe gị gbuo. Onye kwu ihe na-awụdị ihe i kwuru gị si ị ga-egbu ya na mgbe ole ị nwetara ị ga-egbu ya. Ka m kọrọ m ụnụ ka iji mmadụ ibe gị n'ala iji onwe gị ebe ahụ. Oke esi ekwu ya. Onye ji mmadụ ibi ya n'ala ji onwe ya ebe ahụ. Ma ikili onye ahụ agaghị ekili. Igbukwara mmadụ ibe gị ọfọrọ gị afọ ole ga-ajọ ndị armed robbers. O nwebeghị onye armed robber gbagburu mmadụ mgbe ọ na-ezu oshi last next 1 month. For every man's blood there must be a reckoning. Igbuo mmadụ imehiere mmadụ ibe gị, mehie gị mmụọ, mehie gị Chukwu. Mehie kwenu m arụsị dị n'obodo dị iche iche ndị a na-agara Jehova ozi. Gị gbuo mmadụ, ọbara onye ahụ ga-achụgide gị, chụgide onye gburu mmadụ, tili ya dakpuo n'ili nke ya. O ka o si adị na ndụ mmadụ ọwụ Chukwu nyere. Mgbe ọ lụọ ọsọ Chukwu ga-ewere. Mana gị bụrụ mmadụ pụta sị na ị ga-egbu mmadụ ibe gị maka na ọpụtadị nke i kwuru mbanụ. Ọ dị ka esi eme ya. Onye nọ na-eri afọ ya eche na ibi ebu ọnụ ọwa asị enwere ya ebu ọnụ mana ọ ka udo dị. Ọ maka udo dị Chief Dr. Afọ Wazike dey non-violence. It doesn't matter. Ọ maka echebe violence mana ọ sị mba na kedu ihe eji ọgụ eme? Kedu ihe eji ọgụ eme? Ọ ihe a na-ekwu okwu ya. Ị na-ekwugbuo gidegbuo ndị iro bịa ịgbalaga ọsọ. Yes, ofu onye si ya wee prophet ọ na-ekwu sị ịnọrọ na Facebook ị na-ekwu ndị a ga-egbu a ga-eme nke a ga-eme nke a arị mgbe o siri tikapụ ọsọ gbalaga. Onye egbule mmadụ onye biri kama na ihe anyị na-ekwu ugbu onye ọbụla tinyere aka ma onye na-enyiro n'ihe gbasara ọnwụ this prophet a na-akpọ Timothy Nwoko. Ọ bụ isi kotere ebu ọ ga-agba ya. Ọ bụ isi kotere ebu ọ ga-agba ya. There is no way to escape it. For every man's blood, it is said in the Bible, there must be a reckoning. Let me go to the studio again and welcome those who joined us of late before I come members of the crew. Could Edgar Jules. Kenneth Wekuna is saying, of course, you are welcome, Kenneth. Thank you so much. You are a wonderful people of Biafra, and anyone that is against you is against God's eye. Of course, it is true. Anybody that is against Biafra or any Biafran is against God, and God does not take it lightly. Who can fight God? Nobody. Joseph Ome, you are welcome. Augustine Mwabufor, of course, you are welcome. Afam Agwaniru, you are equally welcome. You say, God bless Biafra. Thank you so much. Onyekachi Orisato, you are welcome. Amaze Uche, Innocent Oseke, welcome also. Simon Oroke, you are saying, hello Biafras, our Lord is good. Indeed, our Lord is good. Perry of Roma, you are welcome. And last born Ojinaka, you are welcome. Oji Onyebuchi, Jackson Andrew Hamilton, we welcome all of you. Bento Bichuku, of course, ka anyị na-ekwu na-asị na onye egbo mmadụ bie ọ ga-eje ndị ya chụrụ ọnwụ n'ike. Ọ nwekwa ndị nọ ebe ha nọ na-ede ihe ejiri mara ha, ihe ọwụ ndị ọ ga-awụrụ. Mgbe ọbụla Biafra bịara, anyị ga-akpọrọ ha tinyere ebe aka ọrụ ugbo ha ga ebe ha rụpụtara ya ihe maka na nobody will be useless in Biafra land. Ogochukwu Obinna, I don't know, you say only you commenting. Thank God you are here, of course. Bento Bichuku, you say God bless you for Wazirike. Emmanuel Okonkwo, Moses Chiwoku, we all welcome all of you. Thank you, Moses. You are saying more grace to our elbows. Not only me, everybody's elbow. Igwe Solomon, we welcome you, of course. Ogochukwu, of course, we welcome you. Okeke Samuel, Okorie Decent, you are saying good evening, Mr. Moderator, and all hail Biafra in diaspora. So you so much love bim-massob and Chief Dr. Afọ Wazike. We say welcome. Gregory Collins, Madux, Chimeruche, Okoroicha. We welcome all of you. Now let us go to Benue State, where Uchenna Okeke is. Uchenna Okeke, you have heard that a prophet, a man of God, was assassinated a week or so ago because he expressed himself, he condemned some attitude of some particular groups. He was killed. We are not shouldering blame on anybody, but instead we know the security authority must surely fish out those people. Uchenna Okeke, what do you have to say? You have heard what our brother Chief Obiagu said. What do you have to say about anybody that kills his own fellow Biafran? Uchenna Okeke.
Yeah, I think we must condemn that because our culture in Biafra land condemns bloodshed, and we must condemn the action that leads to the death of Prophet Anthony Boko. Whosoever is responsible for his death, just like every other person have said, every act of killing will definitely be because just like this story which we read, we always raise from. We are meant to understand that taking away somebody's life that we cannot create is a very big offense. And always come after each other, just like the case of Cain and Abel. We learned that the blood of Abel came against Cain all of his life. And so it shall be. The blood of Anthony will always hunt down all the people that conspired, including the chief executor and the leader who has hands in his death. And so, as a Mazov group member, we condemn that, and we want to use the opportunity also to warn those who have such power before them to desist from it, for it will never give them a good record. Instead, it will keep staining their lineage, because there is nothing they can use to claim such things except the blood of Jesus himself. But when in a situation whereby you did it intentionally, maybe because you want to use it to silence any other person or group talking about Biafra, don't think that such will be forgiven. And so we advise our people to desist from that. I know a lot of people have given their warning and their advice to all the people out there, because I strongly believe that they are listening to us this evening and are hearing us, and they know themselves. We are warning them that they should desist. For
Thank
the
you very
fact
much.
that we
Yeah,
have into balance.
okay, thank you so much, Uchenna. Okay. Yeah, everybody is saying the same thing. You don't kill your fellow human being and get away free. There must be a reckoning. Of course, this evening, or rather this today, Dr. Chuma Egemba outrightly condemned the killing of Prophet Timothy Woku. Of course, Dr. Egemba did not shoulder blame on any particular person or group. He rather made it abundantly clear that whoever was responsible for that shall suffer the consequences. Dr. Gamba is supposed to be online with us. Let me see if he's there. Dr. Gamba, are you online with us right now? Hello, Dr. Gamba. Okay, he will soon join us. So, Dr. Gamba outrightly condemned the attitude of these people who keep on hunting down their fellow human beings just because they expressed contrary views or opinions in things concerning Biafra. Now the question arises, if we continue this way to kill ourselves, how then shall we get to Biafra land? Let me call on Jude Chijoke to say his mind. Jude Chijoke, Lagos. Hello, Jude Chijoke, are you online with us? Of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Yes.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we're hearing you clear, loud and clear.
Correct. This is Drew Chijoke, and I am joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Well, on this same topic, I believe that we have touched it before, but ever since we touched that particular topic, we actually thought that by now we must have, gotten a lot of, in terms of development, in terms of condemnation, in terms of arresting or picking up the people responsible for that act. But it's quite unfortunate. It is very, very quite unfortunate. I must continue to send my condolence to the family and to the members of his ministry and to lovers of peace and then Christians in general, because it is very, very heartbreaking and they are very, very disappointed. Even if I may say, a lot of people never knew Prophet Anthony Mokoro. A lot of people never knew his history. A lot of people never knew that that same Anthony Mokoro was once a Massobian. A lot of people never knew that he was a Massob member as at way back, let's say 2004, 2005. Then along the line, he believes that Biafra can be achieved probably the faster way, or he believes from one other idea or the other. So if he has it, eventually he chooses to go on his own way. Nobody attacked him. Nobody took his name to the public. Nobody assassinated him. He was allowed to live his life right from that same 2005. A lot of people never even knew that the second man, the guy that they call their personal savior, who is also a Massobian. As of that 2009, and at the same time, he knew what he did. There is no need of him saying it on air again. So eventually he was expelled, and that was it. Even the second God begged on his behalf that nothing should be done, they should just let him go. As you can see, nobody touched these people, nobody accused him of anything. They were all lost to go. But today, what happened to them? A man that went and joined IPOB and ever since supporting IPOB, but eventually he finds out that there's a lot of things that is wrong, there's a lot of compromises and which he's no longer comfortable with. Just imagine, just within few days he was ordered. And this is where it angers the most. And a lot of people have been coming out
Yes, we are with you, please.
see any outright condemnation, any outright condemnation from the IPOB, and this is very, very annoying. So it is very, very annoying because people should come out and condemn such an act. And also those people that still think they can be defending a murder case. You are defending someone that have not right come out to condemn a murder that is being pointed, that is being pointed to him. I think those people defending murder of justifying the murder of Prophet Anthony Mukuru is they don't know anything about when you talk of freedom of speech, and they don't understand what this struggle is all about. So to me, I will continue to call on witnesses, everyone who have been a witness in this same matter, come up forward. They should not be afraid, because what they are trying to do is to silence us. We are going to ensure that we pick up the voice. I'm also calling on the Nigerian police, and SOJ and whoever that are in position to ensure that the truth, comes out. We should continue to put all effort. I believe that as time goes, we are going to get the root of this particular, the people that did perpetrated this particular act will never go unpunished. That is one assurance that will be given to Biafrans in general. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chijoke. We must make it abundantly clear, like he stated, and many other persons have stated the same thing. Those who killed this prophet must never go free. No matter how far you run, no matter no matter the time it will take, all of you must be brought to justice, or justice must be brought to you. We cannot tolerate this madness. We cannot accept this malady in Biafra land. We must put a stop to this. It is sickening. And let us warn those of you who keep on from time to time insulting the person of His Excellency Chief Dr. Rafu Wazeke. We are giving you warning. We are giving you notice. It must stop. We cannot continue to tolerate your madness. There shall be a time we have to activate some certain things to make sure we bring all of you to justice. You cannot continue to sabotage Biafra while shouting Biafra, Biafra every day. We have known all of you. We shall no longer accept a situation where you keep on shouting Biafra while doing those things that will bring Biafra down. You cannot go to the enemy to accept money in the secret of the darkness. And you come out to pretend as if you are holier than thou. We must bring such people to justice. We can no longer, as you try to insult the person of Chief Dotara for Wazike, we are taking note of you. We are taking note. When the time comes, we are going to give you a particular hot seat you are going to sit on. Take it or leave it. That we try to maintain non-violence does not mean we are not taking note of your own misdemeanor. We try to put everything down, and nothing shall escape our attention. Notice now, nobody, no particular person, no particular group has monopoly of stupidity or violence. We are going to give you the commensurate action of what you try to dish out. We are rather taking note, we are rather taking our time because we don't want to plunge Biafra into a conflagration. But if you shall compel us to set aside our peaceful move to, follow our own steps, you shall find it very, very hot. Let us warn. We might sound peaceful, but beneath, we can be violent. Let us warn again. Enough is enough of these fabricated individuals. These people that exist only on Facebook, while in reality, we don't find them. We don't have to fish it out. Don't forget, this is the era of technology. From any particular location, we can find you out wherever you are hiding. Enough is enough. We must try to reform you, to take you to the foundry, to make sure we become something human and not the animal you continue to remain. Those who have nothing sane to offer, those who have nothing tangible to offer to Biafra, those who have nothing to contribute, the only thing they do is to alter some altercations on the pages of Facebook, just because they are hiding. Even the places where they are hiding, they are acting as apaches. They have nothing of their own. Here that boy, because he is the fortunate, he knock, get enjoy your battery. Get enjoy, begin to talk rubbish. 5 minutes, or battery ganyo, you make noise. Enough of this madness. Biafra has eluded any other group. It is only the bim-massob family that is remaining. And since the bim-massob family, under His Excellency Chief Dr. Rafu Wasike, initiated the modern Biafra, is going to bow down on his table. Take it or leave it. There's no other way. If you like dance round and round, you must only come back to the table. If you like dance round and round, move from place to place, you must eventually come back to ask us questions. We hold the key. Unless we open the door for you, you can never enter. Mark my words, no matter your pretenses, everything shall boil down on the table of His Excellency Chief Dr. Rafu Wasike. Forget the pretenses, forget junketing every part of the world, forget the calling for conferences here and there. This is don't give us Biafra and can never give us Biafra. What will give us Biafra is their plan, the roadmap. What you have on ground to show, to prove that you really mean Biafra. Come to Biafra land. Go to every state in Biafra land. We are building our secretaries. What else do I have to tell you? Go to every part in Biafra land. We are into agrarian policy. We want to feed our people. Go to everywhere in Biafra land. We are putting on visible structures to make sure Biafra comes. And then tomorrow you escape to somewhere, open one particular room, not even up to my own sitting room. He says all of his continue to deceive people. We want people, we want those who are sincere about Biafra to come down to Biafra land. Or would they put on the never come down to Biafra land. That is where happens. We keep on warning. Biafra is not for brigands. Biafra is not for brigands. Biafra with all these touts on Facebook. And it can never be for them. We are going to sanitize the Biafran society at the appropriate time. We are not going to allow this madness to enter into Biafra land. To God be the glory that even our brothers in the south, all of them are now speaking out. We are going to form a quorum and we shall take decision. Before then, let us play an interlude of Biafran Christian music. Because today is Sunday, we have to give God the glory. Let us take this opportunity and welcome our people who are joining us just now. Of course, Anayo Eme, Charles Udechukwu, Uzonna Anozie, Sonny Anozie, Amaka Benson, Chima Ezala, John Njoku. You also welcome some of you idiots who are cursing your father, your parents. We are equally telling you that maybe those of you who are cursing your parents might be the ones to bury you. If you raise your voice and insult the person of Chief Dr. Wazika, you shall not live to see your children. I repeat, those of you who insult the person of Chief Dr. Wazika, you shall not live to see your children. Probably you will need now to bury your. When you see them, you shall be the one to bury your children. I am talking persons like so-called idiots, a non-entity, a fool called Jackson Andrew Hamilton. This Facebook, fake name. You shall not live to test anything from your children. Thank you, Nonso Weke, for saying, "Long live United States of Biafra." Prince Jagwe, of course. Those of you who are talking rubbish here, of course, we know all of you. And we have to, take care of you, some of you fools out of this place. So, we thank those of you who understand the essence of our struggle. Those of you who are really with us and are not prepared. Now, Ofonetachi, thank you so much. You quite appreciate our good work towards Biafra freedom. You also appreciate, of course, thank you, my own obedience towards the leader of our Biafra struggle, Chief Dr. Wazirike. I have no option than to remain loyal to him. I cannot betray him because he has done much for our own Biafran people. Don't mind all these crews who try to betray him. They are going to face betrayal in their last days. Thank you so much, Okorie Vincent, equally for your own, good wishes. Of course, Chris Ali Bauchi is there and lot more. So, a particular idiot called, what's his name? This Jackson, whatever he is called. Well, in every king's palace, we also have lizards. So this Jackson, whatever, is one of the lizards we have in Biafra land. Exactly. Of course, it's good to have people like them. In case we send them there. Biafra zoo. We send people like Jackson, Andrew Hamilton to our zoo to work because he behaves like animal. That is the fact of the whole thing. So, fellow competitors, let us still play a little bit of Biafran Christian song because today is Sunday. Before we come back to the program proper. Let me gladly inform fellow Biafrans that in the coming days, our studios, our stations in Biafra land will be operating from the Biafra seat of power, Owerri. Our radio station is ready. Sorry, please. Gentlemen, put down the volume so say okay, thank you. So I am informing our fellow Biafrans, take this note. In the coming days, yeah, I have to inform people who are calling now. I am on radio line. Please, I'm on radio line. I won't be able to take any outside call right now. So, in the coming days, our studio, our radio, TV stations in Biafra land will start, broadcasting. Everything is now undergoing test running. The radio station, our FM station is ready. Our Biafran Television Authority studio equally ready. You shall have information from the Biafran leader, His Excellency Chief Dr. Wazeke. He's going to inform you on the 30th of this particular month. He's going to inform you of the latest. But what I have to inform you right now, as a spokesperson diaspora, is that our FM station in the Biafran City of Power is ready. Our radio station equally, our TV station equally at the Biafran City of Power is ready. We say thank you to every member of the bim-massob family. We are so much proud of you. We are very much proud of the members of the bim-massob family. Not but you. Kudos to all of you. You make us feel proud of Biafra. You members of the bim-massob family. You are quite courageous. You are quite indomitable. You are very, very promising. You are the type of people we want in modern Biafra. You are going to lift Biafra high. You are going to take Biafra to the skies. You are going to be the pride of African nations. We especially thank you, members of the bim-massob family, for making it possible for us to start operating very soon from the Biafra seat of power, Owerri. Of course, our studios in Germany will remain intact. But we thank you so much for this particular breakthrough. We are the best. We are the first. We are the primus inter pares. Being the first, there is no second, there is no third. The rest can queue from the fourth position. We have been able to make it. Tell me, what have you achieved? The bim-massob family has achieved everything. We are going to talk to our people in Biafra land, and our people will talk to us back. We have finished our radio station. We have finished our TV station. All shall be operated. Biafra seat of power, where resides His Own Excellency, Chief Dr. Wazeke. Thank you, members of the bim-massob family, for utilizing indeed what was given to you. We make it visible. We construct secretariats. Go everywhere you find us. Everywhere in Biafra land you find us, even with the people. We make sure life is worthwhile in Biafra land. We thank every member of the bim-massob family. To those of you, even in the security, we thank all of you. Let me inform also that some of you who make noise with all this brigand of boys talking about this, forget those things. We are in command. We have battalions of boys. We're trained to withstand any challenge at any given moment. We have them in abundance, but we don't make noise about them. What is the essence? What is the need? We live in Biafra land. We're not at war with anybody, not even with the Nigerian government. We decide, we concentrate on matters that are Biafra and nothing more. We are not interested in Jubril. We are not interested in Nigerian constitution. We are not interested in what is happening in the Nigerian society. Our own attention is on Biafra, and that is why we are moving forward. Don't forget, we have given you the Biafran passport. Number 2, we have reintroduced the Biafran currency. Number 3, the Biafran vehicle plate number is with us. Number 4, do I keep on mentioning? Our secretaries are springing up here and there. What else do I tell you? We have achieved much and we keep on achieving. And the best, our leader can never go on exile. So, why do we make noise? Leaders live with their people and not far from their people. We want leaders who would live with their people. That is the only way we can say you're a leader. But when you leave your leader, oh, that reminds me, we have to warn. If you are saying something, concentrate on what you're saying. Never you run your mouth on our leader, His Excellency Chief Dr. Wazike anymore. If I should capture or get anybody who tries to insult him, I will use unprintable words. Remember, I'm in command of the language. I will use unprintable adjectives to describe the person. There is nothing I don't know. Let me inform you right now. There is nothing I don't know insofar as Biafra is concerned. I have all the entire secrets. Even from the Nigerian side, I have all the secrets. So I know everything. The recorded versions, take it or leave it. But we don't want to expose certain things just for the sake of Biafra. And don't give us the impression that you know everything. When indeed you just gather brigands, touts, useless boys, idiots, those who can't even spell their names correctly. Oh, you later them here and there, they continue to move like bees or whatever you call them. And they make noise. When it is time for meetings and conferences abroad, all of them will switch off their phones because they have nothing to offer. There will be a time we are going to fish all of you out, and when we do that, like I have always said, we shall send you to Biafra farms and Biafra zoo. Stay on Biafra music. To God be the glory that Ojukwu was alive when he handed over the mantle of leadership to His Excellency Chief Dr. Wazike. And to God be the glory that Ojukwu was alive when the Eze Eri confirmed the spiritual support of our ancestors on Chief Dr. Wazike. If not that, people would have died trying to struggle for Biafran leadership. It is not under contention. Chief Wazike is in charge. As I speak, I receive telephone calls, hundreds every day. I receive messages from Facebook coming in hundreds equally every day from different groups that want to speak with our leader, Chief Dr. Wazike. I quite understand. Very, very soon, all of you shall be called to a round table and we shall rebaptize you after taking you to the reformatory. This is Biafra we have in mind. But don't forget, we are inviting everybody to live as a family for the sake of Biafra. We want everybody to come back home. We want everybody to live as Biafra. Without fearing anybody, without fearing anything. That is why we are there. Last week, I gave you information that we are on ground. I have to re-emphasize on the information once again that we have gotten a nod from the international community on Biafra independence. And I repeat that very, very soon, Biafra international telephone dialing code shall be with us. The person that shall announce the very code to you is His Excellency Chief Dr. Wazike. When the Biafra international telephone dialing code is ready, His Excellency shall announce it to the Biafrans. Already, we are putting structures on ground, just like the United Nations advice. Who else will do it except Chief Dr. Wazike? We are also getting our certificate of recognition very, very soon. The only person that will present it to Biafrans remains Chief Dr. Ralph Owaseke, His Excellency, the Biafran President. So this is the information we keep on emphasizing because we know what we're doing. We are virtually there. 2019. To God be the glory. Biafra is there. There is another information I would have given you, but for the sake of certain things, I wouldn't reveal it here. A very impressive information coming from the states of America. I would have deemed it necessary informing you, but I wouldn't do it because even in our midst, we have enemies. We have enemies in our midst. And it's not everything I will disclose here. But very soon, maybe in the next 2 days, go to the Biafran seat of power. During the general meeting, you shall hear more. Let me welcome more of our people. Of course, John and Joko, thank you so much. I did Kweku and then bim-massob. I make it clear. Biafra International Telephone Dialing Code is on its way to Biafra land. His Excellency shall announce that to you. Thank you so much for your messages. I heard you. Now, I also welcome Ken Namoko. He's a friend of mine. Okechi, Rebecca, you are welcome. Emmanuel Michel, you are welcome. Okode Vincent, we're going to give you the frequency to receive the FM radio from the Biafra Seat of Power. You shall get it already in the next 2 days, please. The frequency. Lawrence Nwachukwu and Ayo Omaniko, we welcome all of you. So, to those of you who are asking the frequency, please exercise a little patience. Hopefully, on Tuesday, which is the 30th of this particular month, His Excellency will give you the frequency. We can always get our FM studio, FM radio that shall broadcast for the Biafra Seat of Power. When our radio TV are functioning, broadcasting, is going to save you data. You will not be burning your data again, checking things on the internet or whatever. You use your radio set, your television set, and get every information 24 hours. We are going to broadcast 24 hours for the Biafra Seat of Power Owerri. We are going to cover the whole of Biafra land. For now, our broadcast shall cover the whole of Biafra land. It shall be serving the domestic needs of our people, while from Germany, we shall be taking care of the international needs of our people. That's how we have things necessary. Now, let me go back to our group here. Let me see if Juju Chijoke is online. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Juju Chijoke. Are you there with us? Oh, sorry, I've lost him. Let me recall. Okay, I've lost him. So we play a little bit of Biafra music once again. Yeah, fellow compatriots, we welcome you once again, and we still say good evening to all of you joining us. We have been discussing on the dastardly act perpetrated by some group of brigands, some individuals who killed a man, a prophet of God, for expressing his own personal views. Like we were told when we started this particular broadcast, whoever kills shall not escape the wrath of God. And that is true. Good enough, Biafrans from different parts of the world, well-meaning Biafrans, well-meaning individuals have been lending their voices on this. Nobody is happy that a Biafran is killed just for expressing contrary views. It is not the type of Biafra we are prepared to build. And the sooner we started bringing them to justice, the better. Dr. Gamba is right now in London joining us. Of course, since yesterday, Dr. Gamba has lent his own voice to this, condemning outrightly. Of course, he never mentioned anybody, he never showed that blame on any particular person. He rather said whoever was responsible for the death of this man shall not escape the justice of God, even the traditional justice. Let me welcome Dr. Gamba from London now. Dr. Gamba, you're welcome to the program. Yeah, so let me turn the volume up again. So sorry, I couldn't hear you, Dr. Gamba. You're welcome once again.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to join the program. Thank you, brethren.
Thank you, sir. Then we have been speaking on the death of Prophet Woko, who was killed, who was murdered in cold blood without justification. Whatever were his offenses or crimes, the murderers did not tell us. What we know now is that Biafrans from different walks of life are condemning this outrightly and calling for justice, divine or traditional. Dr. Kemba, what message do you have for Biafrans in matters like this?
You see, when this type of thing happen, it is important that we be very, very cautious and not to be very emotional about it. This is a legal matter. I am old enough and exposed enough, and by the grace of God, to understand the basic principles of law. That is why I am being very, very careful in my comments about this. I have made myself clear that this is one of the most horrendous crime I have come across, and not just the circumstances and the person involved. You know, when someone poses a threat to you or to some others, and the person meets his death in this type of manner, then there will be no too much anguish about it. You will say, okay, for instance, if a killer is being killed, or a violent person, or somebody who is a terror to the community, it is a different matter. But we are talking of a prophet. As I said, a prophet by excellence, in the sense that Prophet Woko spends his time communing with his God, praying, fasting, and delivering whatever message he receives from God. As I said before in one clip I posted, the message of prophets are not palatable to the ear, more especially to those that it was addressed to. Those who among us, I can say authoritatively that we are all Christians. We have had some lessons, read some lessons, had stories from the Bible about the prophets, how they deliver their messages. They don't. The prophet cannot adulterate his message. A prophet cannot fail to deliver the message as he received it, without comparing a prophet with the dibia, for instance. We know that ndị na-agba afia, ndị na-ahụ ụzọ, ndị na-ahụ na mmụọ, as they call them, there are instances they receive message. Instead of delivering the message the way they received it, they try to adulterate it, and they will die in the process. Therefore, prophets deliver their message exactly the way they receive it. They don't have to doctor it, and that's what Prophet Nwoko did. It is not the first time. Well, he has done that. He has done that on many occasions. He will tell you whether you believe it or not is a different matter. I have not seen anybody who even went to the extent of even criticizing him or even challenging him. We know what he did to Father Baga. We know what he did to most governors, even some former and the serving Nigerian presidents. Now that he delivered message he received and also criticized individual or groups for the way they are behaving, I don't see anything wrong with that, because the individuals in question, they have criticized and done all sorts of verbal abuse to many people without anybody challenging them or even going to the point of threatening or killing anybody. So this is why this death and this murder, this crime should be properly investigated. And the reason why I am not in support of saying or mentioning any person direct without qualifying it. If we must be very careful in the language we use. They said that the world have ears. This is social media. Anybody can access it anywhere and record it and keep it. Then all of a sudden, when a case is tried, they will be bringing it out one by one. The only thing I can appeal for, I will suggest, is in addition to individuals and groups condemning this murder, the way they can help this matter to immortalize the spirit of Prophet Nwoko and to maybe stop it happening or reduce it happening is by coming up with evidence. Anybody who have been threatened, if you have it in writing, no matter how small it is, bring it. I am aware that many people using social media use pseudonyms. There are only very few individuals that uses the social media account that have their real name. If, for instance, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, those who use various other social media, you name them. If they say today, everybody should come and verify their account with your, bring your proof of essence and prove your account. If your name don't match with the one you have, your account will be closed down. More than 1 million, more than 500 million or 50 million, or let me not go too far, more than 10 million will be closed within 24 hours.
More than that, exactly.
You remember? Now, remember the time when they said that when you, before you, they have mobile, they will take your photo, they will take fingerprint, they will take your name, and they will take your photo, fingerprint, and your proof of ID. This is to make sure that when you call or make any threat or whatever from that number, or wherever you are, you will be identified. I'm quite sure with the time, the social media will be forced to do so. I am using my real name. I don't have anything to hide. So there are individuals who are using all sorts of alliances, pseudonyms, and whatever. If you don't have anything to hide, why not come openly and use your name so that you can be quoted? So anybody
who have any evidence or who knows someone who has been subjected to any sort of terror or violence or who have suffered, and you have evidence to that effect, come forward. We pieces it together, pass it on to the police and to the prosecutors. Let them go through it. If it is what prosecuting individuals, they will do so. If it does not, if it doesn't do what, too bad. Because law do not operate on emotion. Law do not operate on hearsay. Law do not operate on accusation, but on pure and applied evidence. That's what I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Egenda. Of course, justice, or let me say law, must take its course. We wouldn't tolerate situations where Biafrans shall not be safe in Biafra land. We have common enemies, and our enemies are the herdsmen stampeding everywhere in Biafra land. We have common enemies. Our enemies are the Boko Haram people trying to penetrate the southern part of Nigeria and in Biafra land in particular. These are our common enemies, even the Nigerian jackpots who are everywhere in Biafra land, killing our people. These are the common enemies. But in a situation where our people, our brothers, some groups, disregard the common enemies and begin to fight their own people, then something is wrong somewhere. There are the reasons why enemies are everywhere in Biafra land. There are the reasons why soldiers and policemen are mounting roadblocks everywhere in Biafra land. But you can never see them close by. They exist they exist abroad, from there ranting, creating problems for people at home. They can never confront the military. They can never confront the police. They can never confront the herdsmen, not even Boko Haram. They go to churches to attack our people. They visit a man in the dead of the night to kill him. They confront simple human beings who are harmless. This is where they show their strength, where they measure their strength. But when it is time for action, all of them will hide. Why then do you disturb the peace of our people? When you try to preach violence, but when confronted by violence, you disappear incommunicado. We must condemn all these things outrightly. Biafrans must speak out. Of course, Ohaneze must speak out. Alibo Development Foundation must speak out. Everybody must speak out. Nobody shall remain silent. Because when we remain silent and all this is happening in Biafra land, who is going to be the consequences in time to come? This is a time for everybody to speak out. Nobody must remain silent over this. We are calling every well-meaning Biafran, Igbo person to speak out right now. We are equally calling parents to call their children to order, children and words to order. There will be a time we shall begin to go after these people. We must not fold our arms all the time. Allow them to go scot-free. Because if they win all the time, others must be losing all the time. There is no balance. There must be a time when we are going to balance the whole table. Measure for measure. You cannot continue to terrorize our people because you think you are privileged. You cannot think of bringing hell on our people and to our people because you are privileged. You are somewhere in Europe or America. And you don't want our people at home to have their peace of mind. You can't be creating confusion all the time because you want to satisfy your ego and make financial abundance out of it. Something must be done and we must do it. Time is coming when everybody shall give account of their stewardship. Whatever you do to and for Biafra, we are going to ask questions. Take it or leave it. Nobody shall be a fool forever. No one individual shall win all the time. It's impracticable. There shall be a time when Biafrans shall gather to ask questions. Get your own ready, because we must surely ask everybody. We are discussing the death of this Prophet Woko. And I think and I believe we have discussed much on that. We leave the rest to the security department in Nigeria as well as to God in the spiritual realm. We have spoken our mind. But to those who killed this man, who are still contemplating killing their fellow human beings, their fellow Igbos, fellow Biafrans, simply because they disagree with you. Come on, what are you telling me? In a society where everybody is homogeneous, something is wrong somewhere. Heterogeneity is the essence of life. That is why I say they say variety is the spice of life. If not for the marriage of heaven and earth, marriage of heaven and air, there wouldn't be life. If the coming of opposites, the negative and the positive wire cannot come together, how shall we get light? Without man and woman, how can we have life? Life exists in opposites, coming together. Amalgam of opposites give us life. But some individuals would want it one way. How possible? How possible? It doesn't create room for variety. It becomes too boring. How do you think everybody is going to obey? Who are you? Come on. You say command and control. Command who and control who? Idiots. You only command idiots, fools, non-human things, animals in human skin. These are the people you raise their voice and talk of command and control. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world. Even in North Korea. Even in Iran. It doesn't happen that way. Even in the days of Mobutu Sese Seko, it never happened that way. In the days of Idi Amin, it never happened that way. People still express their opinions. Now, here with us in Biafra land, a well domesticated, let me say undomesticated individual will come and say whatever you say becomes the be all and the end all. Meaning what? What do you take us for? We are going to call everybody to order when the hour comes. Thank you so much for being with us. This is how much we can take it this evening. We have chosen today to discuss the death of this man, and we wouldn't like to mix it up with other things because we value life a lot. It is a period of mourning. We thank those who have made this contribution, more especially to Dr. Egamba for making our time to be with us. Dr. Jika promised to be with us. He wanted to speak extensively on this matter, but maybe today being Sunday, he's still in the church service over there. Of course, we thank Judy Chijoke very much for being with us right away from Lagos, as well as Uche Okeke from Makrode. Echezna Udeze had wanted to be with us. We also thank Chief Maslin Sobiago for speaking to us on the traditional implications of killing somebody. He spoke from Omaka in the Injaba local government area of Imo State, Biafra land. He talked at length. He made clear that the land forbids killing, spilling any man's blood, and that whoever does it intentionally never live to reap anything good. And because it's something that goes from children, from father to children, children to children, and on to the fourth and fifth and sixth generations, they will continue to suffer the consequences. Sometimes when you see people reincarnate with one form of deformity or the other, and they begin to ask, oh, what has this person done that God allowed this to happen? These are some of the consequences of their undoings in their former lives. You don't have to kill. Why must you kill? Your life is so sweet. You want to kill, but when one or two soldiers come nearer, you escape. Your life is so sweet to you. What do you mean? Those who run for their dear lives are those who like killing their fellow human beings. If life is so sweet to you, why then do you try to take your fellow man's life? We shall ask questions when the time comes. Thank you once again, those of you on the screen. Thank you immensely for making up time, burning your data to make sure you make a wonderful contribution to this our particular program this evening. We thank you 1,000 times. To those of you who are just joining us right now, I still have the pleasure of welcoming you. It is part of our existence. Justice, let me see, some people are writing something important here. Let me see what I'm saying. Justice Marere saying, I was thinking you people should be talking about the Anambra State indigenous people being killed. Yeah, of course, my friend, the Justice, we need information on that. Justice, thank you so much for saying this. Give us more information on this. We are going to discuss this next edition of our broadcast. This killing in Anambra, the invasion by herdsmen in some parts of Biafra land. Please, Justice Marede, try and furnish me with more information on this. And we promise to make it duty. We promise to make it subject for discussion during our next broadcast. That is true. We had the herdsmen have been terrorizing some parts of Anambra. Almost Ebonyi State is gone. Ebonyi State is almost gone. So, thank you so much, Justice Marede. Remind me of this in the coming 2 days. We are going to make it a topic for discussion in our broadcast. Thank you for reminding me. We are sorry we didn't forget. Thank you also, Ejike Okolie. Let me see. Those of you who are commenting, who are writing. So we really appreciate the messages you are sending to us. We appreciate your messages. A good number of you there. So thank you. I know this is fellow China Samuru. I know where you belong. You say no man shall ever become great through imitation. I'm happy you are saying this. Thank you, China Samuru, for saying this because your own principal tried to imitate. At the end of the day, he crashed and never to rise again. This is a message to your very person that initiated it. Thank you very, very much. So, a good number of you are still joining and writing. I will be able to mention all their names. The list is so long. You see, those of you who are still talking blah blah blah, we understand it because frustration has eaten deep into you. Your leadership has crashed. Every promise, everything that was promised to our fellow Biafrans crashed just like that. And they are now trying to gather themselves in pieces, looking for where to anchor their stupidity. We thank you. Of course, I've spoken at length since yesterday here in Germany. At the end of it all, it was to come here and talk of paying tithes and paying whatever. Let me welcome Valentine Ugoji in Port Harcourt. Valentine, we are sorry we can't go further because time indeed is out of joint. A good number of you writing. Thank you so much, Ikoku Biafra. Valentine Ugoji, we thank you so much. Vincent, let me see those of you who are causing their parents and what have you. We wouldn't be able to take all their thoughts because we know where you're coming from. We thank the rest of you who have made it point of duty to be here. Thank you so much, Dr. Igamba. Thank you, Jude. Thank you, everybody. And we come to the end of our program this evening until we meet again in the coming days. God bless you. And for the rest of the day, let us play Biafran Christian record.